All right, here we are with Exalted versus World of Darkness, City of the Bull God, Season 2, Episode 7. Today we have
Brendan as the storyteller.
Peter as Siraj Assad, the Celestial Censor, as well as Twilight.
Devin as End of Sadness of the Infernal Exalted.
Holden as Layla Church, the Infernal Exalted.
Sam as Rowan of the Gatinian.
All right, gang.
May 2022.
We're in
Whoops,
May 2022.
Yes, May. Almost out of it.
It was snowing.
What?
I'm sorry. It's just
What
it was
is
May,
so
and
hearing about it?
It was snowing like 3 weeks ago. Sorry. Oh boy.
You know how much of us are Canadian?
I don't think that Sam's Canadian.
I'm not Canadian.
Well,
I'm sorry.
We're deporting you to take your fucking curse over there where they will appreciate or at least be used to it then.
I'm sorry. It was just 80 degrees Fahrenheit one day and then freezing the next day. It was just very... and it's May.
No. I totally get that. I've been dealing with that here too. It was like 90 like a week ago, and like today it was like 50.
Thanks to climate change, soon we will be Canada.
Eventually we'll
Move to Vancouver. It doesn't snow there here ever. So anyway.
Oh. So anyway,
here's hoping climate change at least gives us some fucking free health care along with a.
Gotta move to Canada for that, bud.
May blizzards.
Yeah, I don't know what to tell you guys, but eyes and teeth are still optional up here.
Well, I mean, that's better than everything being optional down here.
Just moderate your excitement.
So, with moderating my excitement here, so who would like to give me and the audience and Devin a recap of what happened last session?
I'll do it.
We went to Mars, yo.
We went to the Tremere Chantry to deal with all the after effects of not having anybody there anymore. We found a whole bunch of neat stuff, including gargoyles, and also a secret passage where Rowan definitely didn't learn a Sidereal martial arts. Don't talk about him about it. There was a lot of information contained in the library of the Tremeres that Rigel dutifully absorbed like a sponge.
Sure.
Then we decided to take a little break in character and sorted through all that sort of information, discarding any of the useless books and packaging everything up into the Man Mover truck, moving it all the way to Stonehenge, not Woodhenge, and portaling us to Mars, where we...
Woodhenge is fake. It's a bunch of holes. It's Holehenge.
And then we spent the Christmas on Mars.
Where that went to Stonehenge? That's amazing.
We went through Stonehenge using a portal to Mars.
Nice.
It's pretty cool.
Martian.
And then the stars
and we met a guy who traded in, who traded out, he gained the ability to completely reorder the logic of the world in exchange for knowing how to bathe and when to bathe.
Yeah, he was not my
yes. Shave himself, yeah.
Yes, Porthos Fitz Empress.
We did troll a lot of moon rovers, though, and I mean Mars rovers, not moon rovers.
So, with you all now returned through the portal that can fit you all instead of a moving van, to the Star Estate in Earth, Britain, London. You have also talked to the stars about how to deal with the Nephandi problem. They have promised that when you go to strike at Nephandi Prefects Kalis, that they will make sure to, from their place in Doistep, use their combined powers to lock him down onto Earth, so that he cannot escape to the outer darkness of the Umbra, where his where his really tentacled masters lie. Because, Nephandi all love H.P. Lovecraft or whatever.
Looks like we know where we're going next.
They sound really basic.
They are very basic in some senses. With that in mind, I feel like that the best way to get this session rolling, get it started, is last time you all met up with some mages, y'all met for what was it? Shawarma? Did y'all meet for like Indian food or something like that? Where would you guys meet with the mages this time?
Is End of Silence going to be here for this?
I assume so.
Yeah, I imagine so.
I'm pulling everybody in because this guy nearly murdered me.
Let's then have this concordance occur over Jamaican patties.
Sure.
Okay. You all have gotten together to discuss the plan with the what would the term for a bunch of exalts that aren't the same
An
exalt type
atrocity.
be? Oh, okay. So this atrocity of exalts has gathered, and then also gathered their mage allies. For Sam and for Rowan and Layla, who have not met the rest of the mage crew in town, there's Tobias and his mentor who show up. Tobias Knight and his mentor, Captain Monsai, the old kind of steampunky son of Ether. And then there are one, two. There are three others that show up with him. There is a young lady who just kind of has a bored look and is in a dress. Rigel and End of Sadness know her as Misty, the local verbena. There's an older guy who looks a little bit more run down, but kind of has that jovial, fun uncle vibe coming off of him. Who you definitely saw snorting something in the bathroom, named Earl, who's the local cult of ecstasy. And then there is also a fairly buff looking dude who is in a muscle tee, who is the leader of the local taekwondo martial arts facility that was next to the shawarma place, I believe, named Dan Zen. He's an Asian American who immigrated to Britain a few years ago.
I believe I've heard of his name.
You know what? You have heard of him. I was going to say, you've talked to him. He's like, no, you haven't. You weren't there for that time.
I wasn't there.
So they're all hanging out with you guys with the getting Jamaican patties and just ordering food and kind of going over what they know from what's coming down from, I guess, the Ascension War headquarters in Doisatep and Horizon, and basically their mentors have kind of filled them in. The one person who is missing here, who most of you have met before, is Teddy, the local virtual adept, who has decided this is beneath him. Or maybe it's just the fact that Dan Zen's here, and you know that those two don't get along. It's a little hard to figure out. But starting off, Dan is just kind of he's eating between or he's talking between mouthfuls, and he's just yeah, so I just got word down from my buddy here, from my mentor back in Texas, that we need to that there's a Nephandi problem that y'all want to take care of, and I'm here to help. So we got the lowdown on it. It seems like that according to the stars, and he kind of like looks over to Rigel. According to the stars, we're gonna they're hole up in the Tower of London, gonna do some sort of ritual, and we gotta deal with they want our mentors want us to deal with the outer issues of the ritual, while y'all deal with the actual big bad.
Well, yeah, that sounds about right.
Yes. Do you have particular expertise in dealing with them? I'm afraid I will not be super great on myself.
Dealing with Nephandi, that ain't exactly my specialty. I'm real good at and he kind of like does the like the fist bump with like putting like one arm across like his not a fist bump, like he kind of like raises his fist with the other arm, like hitting right at the elbow joint, and like just kind of like flexing a big muscle. It's like, I'm real good at punching things, and kind of like, ooh, like he kind of like makes motions around his head with his hands.
I have
Oh, yeah,
no idea what.
that's pretty much what we do too.
So
Layla, by the way, has not even touched her food. She's completely engrossed in this man's accent.
listen, Dan Zen is like I said, he's from America, and he is very specifically from Texas. I'm doing my best yeehaw here, sir. Right. So we're we've gotten some ideas on this. So it seems that a couple months ago, y'all dealt with one of the prime points of their ritual. That would be the Fenchurch Street Tower. Y'all dealt with that, right?
Yep, that was us.
Fantastic. So apparently that was one of the key components of a ritual that they're doing. The other points, according to our mentors, are the Aldgate subway station. If you recall, back in maybe a decade or so ago, that's where there were some not great attacks that happened. It's also the Butler's Wharf Pier. I mean, it's a pier. There's fishermen and whatever. I don't feel like there's exactly a whole lot of magical or weird energies coming off of there, but it goes through the water, which sometimes things are, and immediately like the lady who's there, Misty, speaks up, and she's just like, listen, mystical energies run through flowing water, and like that's what's important about having the pier as a thing. Now, if you were to take that, the Fenchurch Street, the Aldgate Station, and the other two things, that would be the Fashion and Textile Museum and the Jack the Ripper Museum. If you put those on a map, you can just open up your phones, put it on Google Maps. You'll see that there's a very rough pentagram that forms between those 5 points, and in the center of said pentagram is the Tower of London.
Is this just how y'all find them every time?
No, usually the pentagram they stop doing for a while, but I think that they got bored having to stretch their people too thin. Nephandi are it's very rare for one to really play the long game here. Normally they just kind of, and she just kind of makes like a popping like sound with like, and like motion with her hands, like just kind of like miming like they just kind of explode.
They delve too much into the dark arts and vanish into it?
Yeah, you could say something like that. The way that they do magic is antithetical to life. They like to just everything. So not to get too much into it, but every time that they cast magic, they're destroying whatever that they're casting at. You want to cross the distance between the Atlantic and between London and New York? Cool. Time to just destroy the space between. That's how they do it.
No, nobody else would ever do something like that. That would be horrible. Moving on.
Despite the fact that smoking sections do not exist in most restaurants in this day and age, Earl is there smoking one of his weed cigarettes. He's just so listen, bud. They do shit the way that they want to do things. Now, I definitely prefer, with preferential treatment, to link up two spaces, but that's definitely more a Teddy. What is that boy? Oh, right. He's not here. Anyway, so what that we're gonna do, the 4, 5, well, Monsai's here. Monsai can look after someone else. What the 5 of us are gonna try and do is hit up those other parts of the pentagram to mess up the ritual while that you guys, and he kind of like finger guns at you, and then immediately start like kind of drops his cigarette and like fumbles with it, and then takes another toke and then looks at everyone with like bloodshot eyes while you all take out the big bad.
Oh.
I mean, that's the plan. Well, of course, y'all got a better plan.
No, I just was hit by the enormity of this all very suddenly.
Oh yeah, it's a big problem. If you mess this up, this could destroy the world.
Oh.
Yeah, no pressure, son.
And
I
the
suspect
sadness,
Dev. Okay, no, never mind. I was about to say.
And the sadness,
you were
sitting
muted
there.
because you didn't have anything to say to that.
Oh, I know, right? But I'm just sitting there, muted, eating their Jamaican patties, nodding along like those are steaks they give a shit about.
So, Loyola points to Misty. So, what'll you be doing specifically in all this?
Misty like finishes biting into her Jamaican patty, takes a moment to swallow and think, and then looks to Layla and goes, I'm gonna be dealing with fashion and textile. Wait, no. I'm gonna be dealing with the wharf. With the I'm sorry, the Butler's Wharf Pier. It's close enough to things that I'm able to manipulate. I think that Tobias and possibly Monsai will be dealing with the Fashion and Textile Museum, what with them being matter mages.
That leaves Rick's Taekwondo and used auto parts to be doing what now?
Used auto parts, as that you've put it, for Earl, looks to you and goes, well, little lady, little Layla Church. You know, I've been to a couple of your shows, and you put on a great show. It's no EDM, but it's a good show. And you just kind of, you see him pull out like a glow stick, like an unlit glow stick, and starts like pretending to smoke it.
That was entirely a reference to Dan Zen, but sure, going on.
I thought that you were talking to... I thought you said used auto parts, and my brain said...
Rex Taekwondo and used auto parts.
Listen,
Which I assume is where his chantry is set up back home.
Listen, I thought that you said used auto parts, so I went, okay, clearly he's referencing the oldest person here.
Ah,
Dan Zen does not get the reference in that case. So Earl is just like, yeah, I'm gonna be taking care of the subway station because I'm used to hanging out there. That's where I get most of my stuff from anyway. Subway, underground. Cool stuff like that. And then Dan Zen just kind of perks up and goes, yeah, so that means that I'm going to have to be dealing with the that there Jack the Ripper museum. Which is fine because, figure, that they might bring in like fake, and he like air quotes fake weapons into the Jack the Ripper museum, and I'm real good, and he like stands up suddenly and just like watas at you. It's very impressive. He's got like dough 3.
Layla finally begins eating her Jamaican wraps. She knows the afternoon is not going to get any better than this. The day, and indeed the session, and likely the campaign.
Oh, I appreciate that. I'm glad that you can enjoy my my yeehaw here. All right, so
You
sounds
mean
like we got ourselves a plan. Y'all, oh, go ahead.
No, go on.
Sounds like we got ourselves a plan. We're gonna be dealing with that, taking down any side things they got going on, making sure this whatever ritual they're trying to do is stopped. Which means you all got to go and deal with the Nephandis. Now, Prefix Kalis is pretty powerful. He's been around for at least 50 years, far as we can tell, and he ain't no slouch. I mean, he yeah, like immediately like perking up, like Tobias goes, yeah, he isn't a slouch. He looks over to Rowan and goes, Rowan, right? Or do you still prefer Sean?
Tobias, do we have to do this every single time we meet up again?
Listen, I'm just asking which one you prefer, man.
I'm Rowan. Hello.
Okay, Rowan. So Rowan here kind of got, and now Rowan didn't get got. So, yeah, that just kind of strikes to the point of like how, I don't want to say powerful that Kalis can be, but he can be rough. He can he kind of and he just kind of like grabs at like Rowan's shoulders and just kind of be like, yeah, like he can just kind of well, he can just kind of like yeet you into the spirit world. It's kind of rough.
I can get back from there now.
Hey!
I'm no less terrified, but
that's great. We can't. Misty raises her hand. I can. Okay,
Don't
one of
worry.
us can.
We'll meet up after here, and if anybody's missing, I will personally go into the spirit realm. Actually, why don't I set somebody up to actually monitor the spirit realm? That would actually be wiser.
I mean, just have the owl spirit.
Yeah, just have Owl do it.
Yeah. I'll ask Al. Yeah. Off screen.
Okay. We'll have Al monitoring. So yeah, I think that's kind of the plan. When are you guys planning on striking? Is it gonna be tonight, tomorrow, New Year's? What's the plan?
I think the time defined was New Year's, was it? Or
yeah,
when did we agree on it? Yeah,
I think that off recording we talked about New Year's being it because that's thematic.
Yes.
New Year's, a strike of midnight.
Do like a big ball drop in London or anything like that? Firework for New Year's? Or
No,
the States?
I have no idea.
I'm sure they do. It's the New Year is celebrated all around the world.
See, in
Oh yeah,
Poland, we
we
just
thought
shoot them.
we thought we'd do it New Year's night.
That's very bright.
You know, fireworks maybe cover up any pyrotechnics that we end up producing.
Yeah, there's going to be a lot of fireworks.
All right. All right, sounds good. We'll prep for that, and then we'll make sure to take out their the side parts of the ritual, so you all don't have to deal with any hubbub.
All right.
And is there anything else you guys want to ask these NPCs before we move into, or do before we move into the assault on the Tower of London?
Do you guys have any way to? How rough are the guys you're going to be fighting? Do you think you're going to be like these wizards you're going to be fighting? These evil wizards, are they going to be kind of rough?
Danzen kind of like just goes, "Oh, yeah, no, I'm sure we got this. I'm sure." And immediately they all the rest of the cabal of mages like looks at him and just goes, "Shut the fuck up, Danzen."
Oh, good.
Well-
So, seeing as you all got this, I just want to throw out there, if you can preserve any of them, like just before they die, or put them in stasis, or keep their souls in a jar or a box or something, just do that and pass that along to me. I need some material for a project I'm working on.
Here I was thinking of going to volunteering. Inky, Blinky, Bonnie, and Clyde.
Well, those are Rigel's pets. I'm not going to volunteer his pets for him. You know, they're his rescue dogs.
Well, you're rescue dogs.
I gave them to him like, oh god, it's been like a year and a half at this point from our perspective ago. Remember the first time I went to that tower and we killed all those people and Rowan was a deer and like it was just amazing. I gave him the dogs back then.
I don't remember any of that.
Is that the
You
big?
might
Is
not
that
have
the
been
big?
there for that?
That did happen, yeah. They have been protecting the rooms in the sewers.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Anyway,
so
this makes their point.
to your question, Earl and Misty raise their hands about preserving souls. Danzen raises his hand kind of and goes, I can preserve their mental state, but their soul.
No. I specific. Okay, just to clarify, because I know you all are you. Preserve the part that gets punished in hell when they die. I need that. If you can't, I don't care.
A lot of them just kind of. Actually, most of them look at you and go, "Wait, what? What?"
I'm not explaining myself. I just said if you can do, if you can't, don't. It's fine. You're reading too much into it.
We'll work on incapacitating them in non-lethal ways if that's your request. If you're going to take out this Nephandi.
Sure. Yeah. Just have your big boys or your mentors or whatever. Just like put them in a cocoon or something until I can ship them off to processing. Perfect. Thank you.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Totally a thing that we can do. I can totally hit like something on their upper spine and just kind of put them in coma or whatever.
See, if you only had the new Black Vault crafting rules where you could craft that soul capturing thing.
You mean soul jars? Damn it, I was trying not to say that. Yeah, those little soul jar coins or whatever.
Yeah.
Vessels, essence vessels. Yeah, I don't have access to
the ghost traps from Ghostbusters.
Yeah, once the light is green, the trap is clean.
Earl just kind of goes, "Oh, I get that reference." Finally, a child of the 70s.
A man of culture.
Yeah, so then they are good to go. They might have to make some fun rolls down the line, and I will let you know if how many souls that you get from this, bud. But they will do their best.
Cards on the table to listeners and you all, and Assange is fishing for elder supernaturals to feed into the cauldron in hell, like for materials, parts, upgrading their spirit demon thing. This is what I'm fishing for. I'm being transparent. If we ever get the rules for making wonders, or not wonders, splendors, and this game is around then, I want to make sure I have a little larder for making gifts.
Go back in time and collect them.
Yeah, go back in time. There were a bunch of Nazis you already killed. I'm sure that we can
Yeah,
just
I know,
shove
right?
it
I'm
in.
having the seller's remorse. Seller, a death dealer. Now I wish I had also captured them forever when I killed them, so I could grind their spirits down into raw, feedstock sin to make splendors.
Don't be
Damn.
silly, Devin. Nazis don't have souls.
They have sin, and sin, as we found out, is an excellent crafting component.
This is true.
Yeah, that's true.
So much sin.
So much sin. So, is there anything else we want to talk about in this scene?
No.
There are so many things I want to ask you.
Please, go ahead. You did not meet some of these characters before.
So, which is the party, mage?
And I am furious that the others didn't make sure that correct that sooner. But here we are.
So, do you actually have any questions for them? Because it's very obvious which. Okay, I was gonna say I was gonna think it's very obvious which one the party mage is. So in that case, then I guess we're gonna scene swipe to New Year's Eve, and you all
Layla
assault
is just
him.
going to pester him by asking how high he can kick and things like that.
Oh, I mean, if you wanna talk to him during downtime, and have him be your hookup for whatever you need, I'm willing to give you a contact too with this dude, or an ally one with this dude who's just it's your weed dealer who's also a mage.
Yes.
I mean, you guys are any of these people. If you guys at any point want to be hey, I want to take them as allies or contacts. If you guys can get through this successfully, these guys basically owe you a fucking solid, because this is a big fucking deal in their campaign. To them, their personal campaign, what's happening. This is end game goals. What you all are doing,
right?
Kung Fu and weed makers at my alliance list. Fuck yeah.
Yeah, and after this, should take Rigel and use that whole you can be more to make more mages around here and to have a bigger party. So anyway.
Oh boy. We can talk about that after you deal with the Nephandi problem in London.
No problem.
So, scene swipe, star wipe, whatever that we want to do here. We go to New Year's Eve. The mages have gone to their specific locations to deal with any Nephandi underlings there. You all are outside the gates of the Tower of London.
How much time has passed since we met them?
Probably a few days.
Okay.
Yeah, we met around
We
Christmas.
spent Christmas on Mars, so that doesn't leave much time.
No.
Is there anything that you wanted to do in that downtime?
Layla shows up with hair is now red with bleached tips, but otherwise no. She doesn't appear to have done anything else with the downtime.
Did you dye your hair? Is that what I heard?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yes, this happens. This was supposed to happen periodically throughout the Empire Chronicle, and I've just forgotten to mention it.
Also, time didn't pass. We spent 2 weeks we spent half of the time playing in a 2-week period. So there was a lot of time.
We spent 3 years and 2 weeks.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, this normally happens about once a month. So.
Okay. I wasn't sure if this was a once a week thing, if this was a once every other.
You can't do that once a week. What are you insane?
I mean, you can.
No, you can't. You'll damage your hair far too quickly. It'll become very brittle.
I didn't say that it was a good idea. I just said that you can.
I think Exaltation seems like it would allow you to dye your hair as much as you want without frying the shit out of it.
without I wasn't even thinking about exalts. I was just thinking about hair care because you have to get special types of dye that have certain resistances. If you want to really make it last long without doing a lot of damage, you want to get gold wells of lumen because that. You know what? We're gonna move on. It's fine.
It's fine. It's fine. We're not gonna give hair care tips. We're not that kind of podcast.
Except maybe.
But what if?
We're branching out.
So you guys are at the gates going into the Tower of London. The Tower of London, for anyone who doesn't want to Google, which it's very easy to do that, just Tower of London and look at it. Very impressive historical site with walls surrounding it of very...
This is a fucking tower. It looks like the goddamn Magic Kingdom.
Oh my god! Is it okay? Okay, I have to ask: is this your first time actually Googling and looking up what the Tower of London actually looks like?
I think I did like 7 years ago for something, and then I forgot.
It's very confusing because pop culture has taught me that the Tower of London is like a black tower that rises up from London and is like a circle and also very large. And like that's what pop culture told me. And like no, it's like a square fucking building.
It's a fort.
It's a fucking fort.
Like it was really high for like the year 1000.
Yeah,
it was really tall back then.
London doesn't have an Isengard just sitting there.
It's not a tower. It's a giant fucking Minecraft.
It's a keep.
Yeah,
it's a keep.
It's 90 feet tall. I don't know what you guys expected from the year 1000.
Something taller than it is wide.
The Tower of Babel was probably not much larger.
A tower has more verticality than horizontal.
And usually it's like a circle in my head. Like it was very confusing when I Googled this.
Yeah, like I'm looking at this picture.
Circle.
It's just like, it's not like a giant crooked wizard tower from Disney's The Sword in the Stone. But like, it's
the Minecraft cube of London.
I mean, it's not a square. It's clearly
this is the fucking Gothic board cube of London. I feel.
It's not a cube. It's clearly a rectangular prism of some sort. It's just it's not.
Shit! I'm looking at it from the air.
Like if you look at it from an isometric perspective, you can kind of see it.
This is clearly very disappointing considering that last session we went to Doisetep, which was like a giant Harry Potter castle on Mars. Like, oh boy, is this like not impressive at all in comparison?
Castlevania. It was much more impressive than this.
Wait a minute, I'm sorry. Is the Tower of London on the Thames?
Yes, it is.
Wait, so does the Tower of London constantly smell like piss and shit from the river?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, well, you've set the tone for End of Sadness getting the reveal of the Tower of London.
You lived here!
End of Sadness has only lived here for like a month or two. End of Sadness is from Appalachia.
You just went up into registers of I hope some of our readers are dogs, because otherwise they're not going to have understood any of that, by the way.
So anyway.
Crows there?
There are ravens.
Yeah.
It was very specific. The Wikipedia article very specifically said ravens.
Layla, I don't mean to disparage your country, but this isn't what I was expecting.
It's your country too.
I'm not from London, guys. I could not have been more clear about this.
I know you're not from London, but you're still under the crown.
No, I have no single national identity that subscribes to the corporate entity that I used to be assigned.
Setting that aside, and knowing that asking this is a tremendous mistake, what exactly were you expecting?
I don't know, maybe at least twice as tall, half as wide, black brick, and like a bunch of like giant bird cages with child skeletons with their little legs sticking out of them at the top of the tower.
No, you're thinking London. You're thinking the towers on London Bridge. Everyone makes that mistake.
Wait, seriously? There are prisons in there?
Oh my god, the picture that Peter posted is the picture that Peter posted in the Discord is exactly what I'm thinking about for what I thought London Tower was.
Yeah, now Google London Bridge Towers on image search.
Okay. London.
you're going
And
to
just
see
says
what
doing
you
this in
were
front of you guys. London Bridge Towers. Oh, and I gotta check images, guys. The images are.
Fourth image, it's the exact one you're
Yeah.
mentally
Yeah. Yeah, and it says points at their phone. Yeah, look at this historical picture. Yeah, like this, but only one of them. This is what I was expecting, Layla.
Layla takes them by the collar and walks them about 18 feet to the left so they can see London Bridge past the edge of the fucking complex.
Right next to each other.
I mean, I guess, but it's like a bridge. I don't know, Layla. I don't know what I was expecting anymore.
It's all
Not
right. You're
this.
American and thus easily confused.
It's not this.
You're just getting it confused with the London Tower that appeared in R.L. Stein's Goosebumps series.
Was it taller?
Probably.
Okay.
I remember there being a Goosebumps episode or a book about time travel in London
All
Bridge.
right, guys.
Or not London Bridge.
This invasion of a dark British wizard's tower has turned into a home break-in at a McMansion. Let's get
That's
the
the way it
B&E
pretty much always
started.
goes here.
Oh yeah, End of Status is wearing their classic outfit of track pants / slacks and a poncho. Nothing else.
I thought their classic outfit was like a bright silver fucking Elton John jumpsuit.
No, they don't like to wear clothes. They wear pants and a poncho. It lets them have more room. No socks or shoes or anything.
Lets them breathe.
Yeah. Plus the tattoos are like, they're not itchy, but they do complain if you put stuff against them. So like, his ass doesn't like wearing stuff.
Just like normal tattoos.
Yeah.
Like as soon as they're put on.
Eh.
Anyway, so you guys are outside of disappointing London, the disappointing Tower of London.
Yeah, and it says crumples up their smartphone and throws it over their shoulder and gets a new one out.
That poor rat.
That poor rat.
That wasn't a rat. That was just a phone. Stop empathizing with everything I kill.
Question.
That's gonna become a problem in about 5 minutes. You know that, right?
Yes.
I'm sorry, this is Google image search's fault, but I have to ask what. Apparently, this is inside the tower, and what the fuck is this?
Oh, please don't be.
Is that a fucking dragon skeleton? Holy shit! I need to find stats for this real quick.
Is that
Why
made
is
out
it-
of shields?
It's made out of like
an
knight
art piece.
stuff. It has barrels.
Okay.
All right, so we're inside the Tower of London's tourism area. Complaining about
Okay.
it.
We have got distracted.
So do we need to make? So do we need like pause the recording when you make up stats for when that thing gets animated and thrown at us now, or?
When the combat starts, yeah, we might.
Okay.
Holy shit! I didn't realize that was in there. Holy shit! That's too cool not to use.
Yeah. So I was just looking at it. It's like, I mean, I guess. Does this come with the tower, Layla? Did like the queen own this dragon?
It's an art piece.
Yeah, and so is like Excalibur if it was in a museum. That wasn't what I asked.
Excalibur never existed.
Okay. All right. So Excalibur never existed. So like a Lady in the Lake never gave the King of England the power to be king.
Well,
So-
Gentle
werewolves that
listeners, Google image search Tower of London inside dragon to know what the fuck we're going on about.
There's a lot to unpack here as we look at this art installation.
We
Made by a
I
school
cannot
child.
possibly
Sorry.
explain this to you. You just have to see it.
It's called the Keeper, and it looks like a dragon made out of some sort of armor pieces.
Okay, I'm
Jeans
gonna
and
have to.
stuff.
I'm gonna have to admit something to you, all three of you. I might have binged Sherlock in between us going to the Tower of London because one of my, one of my RSS feeds told me that Tower of London shows up in that, so I thought I'd do some research on it. And one, that's what Sherlock Holmes is. Jesus Lord, that was really, guys, the world's greatest detective.
Listen, it's
And
a
two-
Moffat show. It's not that great.
And two, are the crown jewels here? Can we steal those while we're here?
Yes, they're here.
Like,
Yes,
they're
they
here.
are.
And like
Yes,
we're
they
about to
are.
kill everyone in this building that's evil, and they're going to leave the crown jewels unprotected.
I bet the crown
No.
jewels will be part of this giant ritual.
Oh,
So of course they will be. Blood diamonds and everything.
Oh
Mhm.
shit! Yeah, okay. I didn't think of it
Yeah.
that way. All right, yeah, no, that's definitely you keep what you kill in this instance. Yeah, it's
Mhm.
evidence. We will take it to lockup.
Glad that you're picking up what Peter's putting down. All right, so Peter has gained wealth 5, or I'm sorry, wealth 7, because he now owns the crown jewels of London.
We gotta turn it into a sword. We'll give Rowan Excalibur and fuck up the monarchy.
I don't even know
Oh,
what
I
to do
already
with that.
found,
Okay,
I already found
cool.
the sword last session.
Seriously?
Fucking now, just pull out a cooler. God damn it.
A 15th century mage sword.
All right. When was
Excuse
the
me,
first?
it's the ancient sword of the Vampire King.
Wait, if it's 15th century, what century did the Lady in the Lake make Excalibur then?
Unless
Probably made that shit up century?
I don't honestly know.
honestly, I don't.
I
know
honestly
anymore.
don't think that that's a good way to determine who should be king. Like, just ladies giving out swords from lakes. Like, I just think
Cool
they're
your
just
jets,
trying
John Cleese and Terry
Wow.
Gilliam.
Wow.
I just
don't
want to
know.
be clear between the Londoners here. You know that time travel and Martian princes and ghosts and goblins and fairies and leprechauns and all this shit is real. But Lady in the Lake and King Arthur is where we're drawing the line today.
I
I'm
was
trying to-
realizing that before you pointed it out. It's possible he did exist. I have no idea anymore. But
I'm just saying, Canterbury Tales, right? I don't know what the Canterbury Tales are. I thought they were King Arthur myths. But, like, you know, I'm just saying we have a lot of documentation.
I bet some mages went and checked and maybe didn't find anything.
The boss is just tapping their foot up in the top of the Tower of London, being like, "When are they going to get here? I thought we had this planned for midnight." Like,
Man,
phonetically.
they are spending a lot of time shit talking our base.
Okay, wait, boss. Let us cast some time magic to slow the time down so we can have this discussion.
That's our fault,
shit.
boss. We let them go
shit,
through the public entrance.
I didn't realize we were. I didn't realize we were playing a Tales of game, so they just keep pressing select to see all the little fun interactions between the player characters.
Ah.
No, I actually do love this.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Dreadlord. They've broken into extemporaneous role playing. They might be at this for a fucking hour. An hour? They have Google image search at their disposal, Dreadsire.
They're bitching about Stephen Moffat, sir.
Yeah.
Oh,
Listen.
fuck. Let's just come back here on the 5th.
The one with tattoos just brought up the Jekyll miniseries.
There's a Jekyll miniseries?
Stephen Moffat made it, and if you watch it, it's the pattern for most of his shows. Also, his mother-in-law helped him develop it, and all of the other his shows he has.
He also made the Dracula miniseries.
I actually liked the Dracula miniseries. It was kind of fucked up.
Okay,
But overall, it's fucked up. But the parts of it that were interesting were really fucking interesting.
it's fucked up and it's pretty good up until like the last 10 minutes where it just shits the entire bed.
Yeah, it shits itself hollow. That bed no longer exists. It fucking face plants so hard at the finish line.
I've never seen a finish line just shit itself so hard.
Oh yeah, that's it ends very, very as is usual when Moffat gets to control the entire production from the top down. It all completely falls the fuck apart in the final stretch. But god damn, it's stylish on the way up to there.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Weird request. Would you all mind continuing to roleplay amongst yourself for just a moment? My dog is barking, which is very weird for 10 o'clock at night.
Fair enough.
So, does Layla have any charms to let him move the river that's right next to here and weaponize that against Nephandi?
She sure doesn't.
Aww.
Would have come real handy.
Now she can make a sizable chunk of it boil, but
I'm pretty sure this place has a sprinkler system.
If only Roger
It
got
is,
prepared some
alas.
civic engineering.
yeah, it is alas too fucking far from our location to be of any particular use to us.
Tower of London sprinkler system.
Oh my god.
I mean, it is quite wooded, so probably there will be something.
They didn't want to put sprinklers in because it would fuck stuff up, and it sounds like they did afterwards.
After what?
Hmm?
Like, obviously, they didn't put it in when it was built the first time.
Well, everyone's like, it'd be bad, and now it's like, yeah, we're doing it now.
Okay.
Like, I'm pretty sure they had to start upgrading shit.
Yeah, you think they would do that?
So I'm just, and so it's just like, so we're gonna go into here and just start going.
Oh, yes.
I guess we just break in and then prowl around until we find something that looks like an evil wizard.
All right, are we
I'm
trying
assuming they're being that big fuck off building in the middle.
Yeah, like, are you trying to are we trying to be subtle here?
Well,
I'm glad that you all are asking the good questions about subtlety. I'm back. There. Somehow we got a very late Amazon delivery.
Huh.
that is really late.
Yeah, that's really right.
Well,
Yeah, I kind of like live in the city and I have a public address and
I can at least put everybody to sleep, even all the guards, at least any normal people.
so I'd sort of rather not be the target of a manhunt just as the band's getting back on its fucking feet, all the same to you.
I'm pretty sure that there's not going to be any security systems that'll tattle on you, Layla. They don't do that anymore.
So,
Distressing.
as that we are, have you guys moved away from the entrance and gone inside yet, or?
I was assuming we were having a quiet, private conversation about just how massively public and violent this is going to be.
Mm-hmm. I was just asking to see if you all would be ready to roll your favorite stat, Devin.
Yeah, I didn't up that at all.
Of course you didn't when you did your rewrite.
Why would I? That's XP spent for later.
All right.
I gotta buy performance dots yet. That's first on the list.
So while you guys are kind of going through getting into the Tower of London,
What's the difficulty for our perception plus nothing roll?
perception plus alertness roll, difficulty 5 on this case.
Wait, I'm sorry. Is it perception plus alertness? Wasn't it wits and awareness? Wait, which role is spot in this game? Because alertness and I don't know the difference between alertness and awareness, other than sometimes people say awareness is supernatural stuff, but help me out here.
Awareness is supernatural. Alertness is picking out things that are not supernatural.
Okay, so I put this in the wrong
Yeah,
spot.
awareness is realizing that there's a ghost in the room with you. Alertness is realizing there's a serial killer in the room with you.
Okay, and it's perception?
It is going to
The
be
spot
perception.
thing is, yeah.
This is going to
Okay,
be really dumb, but I want to see what the roll happens here.
Okay.
Is perception and alertness at difficulty 4.
4? Oh,
Yeah.
5. Well, I got 1 success. I got a fucking
Morbin
10,
time.
a 7, and a 1.
Woo! 5 and a 6.
You can't morb on me here, bud.
5 and 6.
Difficulty 4. I got 7 successes.
Jesus Lord.
I got 4 successes.
That's without pumping.
Okay. All of you guys notice a couple of signs that are throughout here. As there are a couple of, as you guys kind of walk through, you're noticing that there's a lot less people than would normally be here during a big celebration and yada yada. There's a lot less official guards and that kind of thing hanging out here. It's almost like people have been paid off not to be here tonight. And the main thing that you notice that kind of makes you think, oh, that's probably fucking why, is there's a sign hanging down from the main tower that says remodeling of the Tower of London, brought to you by Labyrinth Designs, a subsidiary of Endron Incorporated.
Hey.
Failed job.
Yeah, I don't like that company. They tend to ruin the environment.
Oh, is that what you were working on?
A little, yeah. But they're worse.
I meant the architect, but... Wait, what?
Huh? What? Sorry.
Wait, what?
What?
I feel like somebody in character should ask Endosatis some questions.
No, Rowan, you were into architecture. Tell us
Why?
about the redesign.
Oh, Hennisanis, I was on the lowest of the lowest of this project. It was, to
That's
my
cool.
eyes, just a simple remodel. The Tower of London's old. It's a historical site, so you have to remodel in the most careful, precise way manner, which, looking back on it, was completely arcane rituals. Obviously.
Yeah.
Goodness.
Hey, Rowan, here's a quick question. Since you were part of the architecture firm that remodeled this place, were they legally obligated to put in a sprinkler system?
That was about 10 years ago. It was a big controversy.
Just like a smile.
Okay.
Not sure if that was from my universe or not, now that I'm thinking about it.
It's probably a good question.
I'm going to look around to see if there's any sprinkler systems.
Right?
Yeah, give me another perception and alertness roll. Difficulty 7, because you're looking for something tiny.
Or like, yeah.
And also your Tower of London wasn't right next to the Thames. Unless, of course, you tell me that it was.
I've got 4 successes.
4 successes? Okay, yeah. You do notice that there are sprinkler systems in place here.
Excellent. So the differences between universes is how I'm still conceptualizing this, which is completely wrong, by the way, listeners. This is not how Gitamians work. Is successful.
Hurrah!
Congratulations,
Hurrah.
You've done it.
I spot.
You've morbed it up.
God. We're never going to escape. We can't let him keep getting away with this.
I apologize for the people who have to listen to that and no longer have any fucking idea what this meme is about, but I'm just going to upload it in like December this year.
All your base.
No. That's like saying like all your bases belong to us. Like, people can look back at like meme catalogs from the year.
Nobody is going to
2022.
fucking remember Morbius by July, much less.
I don't think they're going to
Dude,
remember by next
Dude,
month.
I don't think you understand how morbid that it's been.
You're going to single-handedly bring it back?
Yeah, I'm bringing
Sure,
back
that's
Morbius
chat.
over here.
Oh,
God.
Okay.
These are words that I did not expect to say tonight.
Morbius feels exactly like what the game Vampire ended up being. Like that video game Vampire where you were a plague doctor during World War I or whatever. Like you're like, oh shit, it's going to be a vampire thing. And then you get to it and you're like, oh, this is... it's not doing it for me.
I still need to beat that.
I was listening to some,
Wait, no,
we're talking about. I was listening to someone
continue on this discussion.
Okay, I was just gonna say that the apparently the in Morbius the Doctor Who dance scene that happens is apparently unironically the best part of that movie.
Well, this is the high bar to clear. So that's Cowabunga.
Cowabunga. So, you all are inside of this weirdly vacant Tower of London. It is nighttime. Everybody else is congregating elsewhere in bars, in pubs, in all across London, ready to ring in 2022.
I would like to point out that I have a resource on tap for this in case we need backup.
Please, what is that?
Oh, I didn't want to tell you. I'll just say it if we have to call it in.
I mean, I would like to know.
Oh, sure. Okay. We had a killdozer made intelligent and covered in concrete and battle armor, and then it has a bunch of barnacles attached to it that are that Boston Dynamic dogs, also covered in armor, that are meant to crash through a gate, and then they're all going to fall off like fleas, like the Cloverfield monster, and start jumping on people and attacking them with knife feet. And then we have the walker robots. All those Boston Dynamic robots I bought that I never get to use because they only have a 90-minute battery life because Boston Dynamic robots are shit. I suited them out for this in case we have to smash through some walls with a bulldozer. No human casualties.
No human
casualties
in this case.
I'm not sure how well a bulldozer is going to get through the walls of the Tower of London.
Yeah, but it has a gate.
And there's stone.
Yeah, but it has a gate.
It does have a gate.
It does have the prisoner's gate.
Just has to get through the gate.
Yeah, the weakest part of the building, the part where people have to go through.
Sorry, the trader's gate.
So, you all go through.
Wait.
It is
Wait.
what?
What session is this?
7 of season 2, session 20.
Season 2, episode 7. Hilldozer versus Mecha Dragon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
It's gonna be like that fight in Footloose that's really boring, no one remembers.
We have to continue with this.
You have to continue. There's a game to be played here, sir.
Anyway, my version of
This,
this was...
listeners, is what a real fucking RPG session is like.
Right?
Not the shit you see on Critical Role.
I'm going to remind you guys, I said I have a resource on tap, don't worry about it, and you guys wanted to worry about it.
Okay. I will consider the dragon when it gets animated taken care of by the Killdozer and the Boston Dynamic robots.
Excellent. And any people who are like, wizard aligned that I hate.
That are not in the actual Tower of London, because I imagine that the Killdozer will have trouble getting up the stairs.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Same with the Boston Dynamic robots.
Oh, they're fucking agile
Boston
now.
Dynamics, they can hunt you upstairs now.
Yeah, no, you're wrong. I'm
Shit.
sorry, you're just fucking wrong. So here's what you got to deal with now. So World of Darkness, this is on topic, by the way. This is for listeners who are trying to run a World of Darkness game. So what you people have to fucking understand is this game was written in like the late 80s, early 90s by people who didn't really understand technology. And shit that you would think would be sci-fi is just normal now. Like, you, right now, if you take resources high enough, can go out and buy a bunch of Boston Dynamic robots that are just T-800s. Like, they'll run around, they'll get over hills, they'll track people down, they'll chase them, they have facial recognition. It is everything you're expecting from a dystopian cyberpunk setting. We just have it now. So if your GM's like, oh, that seems unrealistic, punch them in the throat and just buy it anyway. They're living in the past. The future's here now.
Don't punch them in the throat. I feel like that we don't actually sponsor physical violence against people who don't understand what the technology is like. Just pull it up on your phone and show them, and then say, I punch you in the throat, and like, I don't know, like, flick a magic card at them.
For those storytellers that have that knee-jerk reaction to like say that doesn't sound realistic, understand that the world you live in is 1,000 times better written for strangeness than any of the shit in the World of Darkness books. Like, that stuff was written by people who like just had their narrow perspective of the world. The real world has wild fucking crazy shit in it. You don't have to limit it based on stuff that was written in the 90s.
Okay, so now that we've talked about how that the setting of the World of Darkness doesn't make sense in the common setting sometimes, let's get back to the World of Darkness making sense?
Yeah.
Kind of.
Where the Tower of London is in the wrong location, according to me.
Where the Tower of London is in the wrong location, according to Rowan, and then also the rest of you are like, the Tower of London is kind of stupid. This doesn't look like what the Goosebumps book said.
This is a terrible tourist trap.
Yeah, these evil wizards have really shitty taste.
Oh God.
So what room they have the
locations?
Anyway.
So
they're going to do it at the highest point I can imagine, or the lowest point.
Oh no, 90 feet up, Layla. What will we do? The highest point of the tower.
Yeah, that's on that. Like, what's the entire fucking flat ass building?
I mean, the stairs are
my
pretty
question
narrow.
Here's my question then, End of Sadness. Are you about to just mind hand manipulation everyone up to the top of the tower?
Is that what you guys want?
I was just...
Intensely, no.
Okay, then I'm not doing that, no.
Okay. Because, like, I was like, oh. Okay. So...
Layla responds to being
there
picked
is...
up about the same as the average cat does.
Fair. Lovingly bitey.
That's totally fair.
Affectionately bitey.
So, going through the initial gate, there are a bunch of different buildings, with in the center being the White Tower, which is the main Tower of London that we've all commented on multiple times about how
the keep.
It's not great.
It's a keep.
It's not as impressive as you'd think.
Yeah.
There's a well manicured fucking like grass. I don't know why I couldn't remember the word grass there. Yes, thank you. There's a well manicured
lawn hair.
The tower green.
The tower green. looks great to you all with signs for Labyrinth Incorporated or Labyrinth Designs. That's what it was. Who are doing all the remodeling and everything, and they have their signs and their insignia throughout. Their insignia basically looks like a very simple maze. It's distressing how much propaganda that they have put through here.
So what do we do?
And
Do we just like head in and wander around until we find wizards?
Yes.
I mean, that's always been the plan, as far as I'm concerned.
We just listen for the chanting, and obviously that's where they are.
They're not going to be hard to find.
This is a National Heritage Tourist site. There'll be maps.
my question for you guys, as you guys are coming in, are you all taking any kind of stealthy approach?
Well,
Rowan
we're currently
actually
bickering
is.
like imbeciles, so
Okay, so no.
And like we're dressed the way we're dressed.
Well,
Yeah,
I don't
that's
have
fair.
that. And Tower of London is a UNESCO heritage site.
yeah, we should look
So-
for some pamphlets. There's probably a map on there. We can figure out like any of the interesting rooms it might be in, like if there was a torture chamber, or I don't know.
I checked the National Museum archives for the floor plans that have them on a tablet. If we want to also do that.
Oh,
Ooh,
that works.
you have
So
'em.
was there like a room where Margaret Thatcher drank the blood of her victims? Because I mean, that's probably where we should start if there is.
Oh yeah. That's on the top floor there.
I thought it would be the room where those two little child prince corpses were found under the stairs. That's a real thing.
Huh.
I'll just go with that. I'll just go with that suggestion and not ask any questions at all.
Oh, that R.L. Stein book makes much more sense now.
God.
Okay. Go. Sorry, you just unlocked like a childhood memory of mine. Anyway,
Real games by real gamers.
We're the game developer.
We spent half an hour and we've moved maybe 10
We're
feet.
going through the touristy parts and arguing about how cheap it all looks.
okay, so you come up upon the dragon.
Wait, are we inside the main keep yet, or what? Last time I heard we were out on the lawn.
I mean, you guys are out on the lawn right now, which is very close to the main keep. Do you guys want to go into the main keep?
Desperately.
Yes.
Okay, you make it in. There's not a whole lot of security defense going on right here. Maybe it's because that Labyrinth Designs has done stuff. Maybe it's because it's a holiday. Maybe just because that's how things work out sometimes in games, and we don't have to have multiple combats to get you to the boss fight. Who knows?
I just assumed the evil wizards kind of cleared the place out for the night.
Mhm.
Yeah, they don't want any
Yeah.
sleepwalkers harshing their vibes.
Yeah, they don't want those, UK bodyguards with assault rifles that normally guard this place.
Yeah, that's a nightmare.
Yeah,
They be
yeah,
packing.
that would be a nightmare. They do be packing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What?
So you all make it into the White Tower. There it is a typical, I don't want to say typical, but it is a tower that was built in the the 9th century. Is that how this shit works?
Somewhere among our listeners,
It's
there's
like
a
it's like in
historian
the
just, spinning in
1038
their
or
chairs,
something.
screaming.
Right?
Someone's can scream at me later. It was built in 1078.
I have
Yeah.
told my
Boop. Oh, 1066. Sorry, I have the Wikipedia page
From
open.
the year 1000.
Hooray, we've done it. So the 9th century, because I think that's how centuries work.
yes.
It's usually like one behind the big
Yes.
number.
Take
Yeah.
1,000, divide by 1,000.
Oh,
No, it's
minus
usually
one.
one ahead of.
Is it?
20th century
Get
Fox?
it?
11.
We're in the 21st century right now. It starts with 20.
No, yeah, that's true. No,
Rise.
yeah, it's
Oh
add
shit.
one, not
Shit, I'm wrong. Okay, so then the 11th century. I'm so sorry.
11th
I
century.
wow.
I was ready to agree with you.
I'm so
But, there's
you're just very confident in how it
it's year
says
0 to 900, right?
There was no year 0.
Just watching as our like recording timer creeps toward an hour and 10 minutes, and like we have not even gotten. All we've done is watch a mage get smoked up so far. It's grand.
Listen, you also got to deal with me talking yeehaw accent for like 10 minutes.
We set the groundwork, the foundation of the session, all right? We did all the hard work. Now we can do the fun.
Session one started with Nessie, so what do you expect?
Yeah.
Right?
Should have called Nessie in for this. Could have attached a cannon to her back and she could have shot the walls down.
Oh, fuck, you're right, because it is near the water.
Yeah.
But, do you want her to be swimming in this murky, dark water?
No, nobody.
Yes.
Nobody deserves the Thames.
Nobody deserves the Thames. So, you all go into the White Tower, the main tower of the Tower of London. Around here,
I'm just
there are
picturing
more.
like the Dark Souls,
Go to the
the
mist.
title card as we enter
Right.
the area.
As you walk in,
Powerful
there are
privilege.
more. So you guys walk in. When you look around, it is a basic. It is basically like you open up the door, and as soon as you open up the door, it like you can see like the floor structure of everything. You can see some curving staircases along the walls to go up to the next floor. And you see multiple suits of armors. A couple of which have very large, like longbows with larger than life arrows already knocked into them.
Cool.
I'll walk into the trap.
I figured that I would. Since Pete did get like 7 successes earlier, I'd kind of like let that roll over here. So there's a few. There's a few to make a reference. Anne Rolando archers just kind of positioned, waiting for you all to cross their line of sight.
And aside this, could you like gingerly disarm them or something?
I will
afar?
attempt to do so.
Hold on a second. Are we really this paranoid that we're about to make a bunch of suits of armor crash everywhere?
That's why I said gingerly.
But it would also be fun.
I think they're animated.
Anyway, mind hand manipulation.
I think they're display pieces, and you're all daft.
Mind hand manipulation. Thousands of vectors will go out invisibly from behind Understand's back, and I'll just start taking away their arrows.
Okay. Roll me I guess whatever mind hand manipulation is.
Yes, I can do that now. I can do that so much more efficiently.
So much better than you did when you were throwing random shit at Nazis.
Right? What is this?
Difficulty 6, like standard.
Yeah, okay. So I got to roll in plus occult against difficulty 6. I'm going to activate my excellency. Why wouldn't I? Who wouldn't? Okay, hey, I'm already at 13. Perfect. So int plus occult is 3, 7, 14. Gets difficulty 6. 8 successes, which means for the purpose of this conflict we're about to enter into, I have 6, 7, 8. I can manipulate 4,000 pounds worth of material.
Okay.
The arrows aren't too heavy.
Wait, I have to do the actual roll now, which is no, it's just like I roll those 8 dice. I have that pool of 8 dice, so I'll roll those 8 dice. What difficulty was it?
6.
6. 5 successes.
Okay. With End of Sadness's telekinetic powers and their mind hand manipulation, they are able to disarm the traps that were set for all of you. There were about 8 different sets of 8 different sets of suits of armor with way too big arrows set up in basically like a grid where that, like, unless of course you all were extraordinarily stealthy, extraordinarily good at athletics or whatever, or very aware and like able to disarm it, one of them would have gone off and then started triggering the others.
Yeah, I'll let one of them go off after the others are disabled just to prove a point.
You take 7 gigantic arrows off and then go, yeah, see, I did it. And then like one like goes whizzing like by your head over your shoulder, which you knew was gonna happen.
Oh yeah, my hand's already on the haft of it invisibly.
Mm-hmm. And like you can either stop it above your head or just let it bury itself like in the wall.
I don't want to make a lot of noise, so I'll stop it like before it touches the wall and go, and baby makes 8.
Fuck wizards.
Right? Traps?
Oh,
What is
boy.
this? An escape room?
That was a time 3 or 4 effect that was put in there.
Wow.
Just to let you know.
Wow, they had to get dot 3 or 4 in their super special boy powers just to put off a trap anyone could have with string. In a Scooby-Doo
It was a pre-programmed effect where that any time that someone walked through the door and went X number of steps in after effect was put in place, basically all of these start firing.
Effective, I guess.
They could have done the same with bullets, so just hovering midair.
You could also just had a gun with a man holding it, pointing down here.
Could have, but
Cooler this way.
Yeah, it is. It is. It's just hollow points are pretty effective.
See, Voldemort's not that fun if he just has a gun.
That was me.
So anyway.
So watching all of this happen, you all can see that the suits of armor are still moving as the trap has been triggered, but are not able, but do not have like reload arrows, and are just kind of like grabbing at the air, pulling at their gigantic longbows, and then there's a big twang that happens when they release the arrow. And that should have been there, but like nothing is there, and they just kind of keep doing it.
Oh, that's really bad for you, Bo. You shouldn't do that. That's dry firing.
Mm-hmm. So you have solved my trap puzzle. What next? There are stairs. There are. Mm-hmm.
And let's go up the stairs.
There's no way that might have manipulation could just fly around, but no, let's just go up the stairs.
Alright, I guess they've turned the place into a goddamn Dungeons and Dragons dungeon. Let's do this. Storming the Tower of White Privilege, whatever it is.
Wait, this is in London too. At the end of it, we can kill racism. Do you think it's in the tower? Like it's a giant heart?
Yeah. That's exactly where the heart of racism is.
At least colonialism.
Colonies.
Yeah,
colonialism, not
like a lich with a phylactery. They must have moved it to another colony so we couldn't get to it.
Whoa. We don't use that word.
So,
you know, because phylactery's like
Yes, I remember that thing.
Yeah. Haha. Learning new things every day. Anyway, so you all go up the stairs. So you're going up the stairs. Good thing for the stairs is another perception and alertness roll. Difficulty 7 this time. And also, since you all mentioned it's a Dungeons and Dragons dungeon, who's in the lead?
I guess Layla is because she's like dumb. Or at least is just wants to get through with this, so she's taking the lead, and there's the fact that she can armor up at will.
Okay.
I got a fat 1 success on that.
Is this a perception based? Is this sight based perception?
Yes, this is absolutely sight-based perception.
8 successes.
Fucker.
Yeah,
I have done.
I can't win with you, Pete.
Lower difficulty by 3 charm for my perception shit. As long as they don't throw flashbangs, I'm fine.
Good to know for the final battle. So
sensory acuity prana, folks. It's good.
Yeah.
Pete, where are you in the lineup?
I'm probably somewhere in the safe middle.
In the safe middle, so like right behind Layla.
Maybe, yeah, I guess.
Okay. You see Layla about to step on a tripwire.
Yeah, I just, gently grab her, like, oh, tripwire.
What the
Ah,
fuckity fuck? Were they just going to leave all this shit for the tourists in the morning?
I mean,
Or I guess they're summoning their dark god to like dip his nuts on the country, so that maybe there was supposed to be a morning. Who knows?
exactly. Probably they don't care about what happens next. Ah,
So
at this point, I'll
She
take out
looks
my. Go on.
she looks around to see like if there's a giant cartoon guillotine or something attached to the ceiling. What was that supposed to even set off?
You can see when it after it's pointed out to you, you look up and you can see a like library walls full of books ready to just fall on you.
Now, those are heavy.
But like one book conking you on the head kind of sucks. Like it's not a fun feeling. But like if you had like an entire like 10-foot worth of like a wall of like hardbound books falling on you, like that could actually do damage.
It's basically like 3 in pieces. Well, these instances of cannonballs.
I was gonna put an Indiana Jones boulder trap in there, and then I went, that seems more like a Xavier Simpson kind of move.
Too American for these people.
So you successfully avoid another one of my traps going up to the next level.
At this point, I'll just take out a little laser pointer and start pointing out traps as they, appear.
As that you guys get up to there was the floor level, and then there's the top level, because this is a 3-story building, including the basement, according to Wikipedia.
So tall, such tower.
So tall, such tower. Standing there at the landing of this is someone who that Rowan recognizes as the man in his reality who threw him into the spirit realm. He is a slender man in a suit and tie with a bald head who has some tattoos along the side of his face with very abnormal eyes. The best way I could put it is that they almost have like a static look to them. And he also, like Rowan, has antlers.
Rowan is immediately going to freeze up.
Oh no, it's
and
not
start
Rowan.
hyperventilating.
Oh shit! Is that like the Nefandis prefix Carlos, or is that like one of the slap happy Bowens?
Mr. Peterson, I see that I can't escape you even here. How have you been?
He is. If you remember, he has an intimacy of abject fear to this man. So suddenly being confronted with him, he is, as usual, lost for words and is considering maybe descending down from the stairs, just running away. It is a difficult battle in his mind right now.
I'm going to have to ask you and your compatriots to go back the way that you came. The great work is almost complete.
counterpoint.
Fred, we can't do that. Some asshole like covered the stairs with tripwires and shit.
That would be me. I'm some asshole. Also, counterpoint, please go on. I love a good debate.
Sick Semper Tyrannis. End of Sadness takes a shot.
Oh.
With what?
A
With
gun.
what? Oh, sweet!
Do y'all forget about
gun.
the Aztec assault rifle I can summon when I spend essence?
No, I didn't remember it being present with us.
Yeah, I can. It's my cast ability. I can just call it into being when I spend essence, which I'm spending on my firearms excellency.
He looks to
Nice.
you when you start saying Tyrannus, he starts yelling, "Fucking Americans!" And then whatever happens afterwards
Happens
happens. But he gets that one-liner in.
for sure.
Maybe we should pause the recording since we've been going
Yes.
for an hour 25.
But before we pause, I do want to say I rolled 10 on my to hit roll, and now we can pause.
Okay, we can. I'm gonna let you know that a 10 to hit is gonna hit him.
Yeah, so we can pause. I'll do the rest of the math, and then we'll come back.
Okay.
Okay.
And pause. And we're back.
Excellent. So, between pausing the recording here, Into Sadness definitely shot this man.
And using mind hand manipulation, I curved the bullet to get the results I wanted.
Just like in Wanted, the critically acclaimed Angelina Jolie movie. Please tell me, where did you shoot this man?
So the
Definitely real physics.
So the 8 aggravated damage that came out of the Mayan shoulder-mounted cannon on the now Silver Power Ranger suit and helmeted and caped End of Sadness curves around and blows his lower jaw off.
He looks like he's about to start taunting Rowan by saying his former name that he knew him by. Just like, Mr. And just like the jaw just kind of explodes from the cannon, and he's just kind of left this bald man with like half a jaw left, and he's just like bleeding and like looking at you, stunned that you would do this.
And we'll levitate him to us, staunch that bleeding, and down he goes.
Rowan, if you'd like, considering that you were a Gatimian and this guy was the dude that you didn't like very much and technically your enemy, you're allowed to take that off of your sheet right now because, well,
True.
he's fucking not a problem anymore.
I guess he isn't anymore.
So, there's a staircase in front of you guys. That leads right up to the roof of the Tower of London.
I guess this room doesn't have anything interesting in it that's like notable.
This room right here, no, I'm gonna say no, honestly.
Okay. Let's move on then. This is kind of just too easy.
He's just gone like that.
Yeah.
Oh, Rowan. He was only ever a man.
Objectively, no, he was not, but...
Rowan, there's nothing in the dark that wasn't already there when the lights were on. He was just a man.
It was a man with the antlers, and now we're not going to get to ask about that.
No, don't worry. I put him back together. Don't worry. I screwed a voice box in there when he comes around. He'll answer questions. He'll talk.
Jesus
You are
Christ.
terrifying.
I don't like people who threaten my people.
Okay. After that, do you guys keep going up?
Yeah, because like Rigel goes like, well, there should be more here. If this is a ritual, then there should be some markings or whatever, and it's not here, so it's either up or down.
What are we looking for, Rigel?
Well, satanic / infernal iconography or something like that.
It's really hard
What's
to
our
distinguish from like the museum stuff in here. Like old-timey stuff has occult stuff on it.
I mean, these are the sort of morons who like designed their giant hell ritual is to make a pentagram across the city, I think it's going to be pretty
Okay.
obvious.
Do we need to? All right. Well, yeah. Let's case the place.
Well, remember, mages work on paradigms. This person, believes that infernal things grant him power, so he'll play into those infernal trappings.
So they're trapped by the prison of their own narcissism and how their powers work?
By their own worldview, I guess.
Same diff.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So, are you all going up or down?
Up.
Up. Okay.
Yep.
Up onto the outside of the tower.
Guess we might as well check out the roof. I don't know if there's anything up there.
Since
we're already
here.
If there's not, we can eliminate it.
Yeah,
On
exactly.
the roof, there's a man. This man is in slacks, a suit jacket, white button-up shirt, and a red tie. He has an unassuming face with a neat grin on it, and short hair that's a little bit messy. Outside of the fact that he has hair, Rowan, and has a smile on his face, he looks almost exactly like the Kalis of your realm.
Did we just kill a Kalis?
Yes, you did.
Layla, sometimes the universe rewards you for good work.
His arms, on the other hand, are outstretched. And even without any kind of awareness charms, any kind of seeing magic charms or anything, you all can see that there is a shimmering field in the air in front of him. He looks up as you all approach, and his eyes immediately lock on Rowan.
Oh.
And he looks to you and goes, Mr. Peterson, honestly, I didn't expect you to still be alive. I honestly thought that throwing you into the realm of molten fire was good enough, but here you are.
Wait a minute.
Layla's going to stage whisper and goes, I think we should look at this one.
I didn't hear that.
Molten fire. Okay.
I think we should let Rowan fuck this one up.
Well,
And Sadness nods in agreement through the helmet.
No, don't do that. Rowan can't do this. He has no offensive charms whatsoever.
This isn't a buffalo one.
You can turn into a man, dear. We've seen you do it. We believe in you.
Layla will have your back.
Okay, well, apparently they want me to take care of it, which is weird. So I'm realizing quickly what happened to the Sean Peterson of this realm, which is horrifying.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. At poor Sod.
That poor sod. I thought that, yeah. This realm, that would explain where that my twin came from.
There's a shimmering force field in front of him, isn't there?
Oh, yes, there is.
Okay.
The problem, of course, that Layla doesn't realize is you get limit if you act in defiance of one of your intimacies, like, say, by throwing down with... God damn it. Like, say, by throwing down with by throwing down on this guy that you're scared shitless of.
Yeah. Also, the only way I can actually do damage to him is going into the quiver alchemy, which also gains limit.
I mean, you can, like, kick him in the balls. There's that.
So like fist fight him.
Yeah.
Listen.
Go have a
Wait,
live fight with a
what am I
wizard.
thinking of? What am I thinking of? I literally got...
Sean, listen. This is just the way the world has to be. We have to stop the simulation. The multiverses are conjoining and things are becoming a problem. We have to escape this realm that the unmoved mover has made. And by that, I mean we have to destroy everything. And you can't make an omelet without breaking a few eggs. He kind of
I
like
see.
squeezes his fists together, and you can see like this red energy of like just raw quintessence coursing through his body as like it kind of charges this dome around him.
Rowan,
Alright.
I'm so sorry.
I'm going to take a limit to actually attack him. And
Oh,
then
shit.
use Spell Shattering Palm to get rid of that shield in front of him.
Oh, shit.
Fuck.
Here we
Oh
go.
fuck, buddy.
Yes.
Yes.
What? Please, for the. I did not look over your character sheet, but I'm so glad you have that.
Is that
Please.
a Sidereal punching thing?
Let
Thanks
me know
to,
what Spell Shattering Palm does.
Spell Shattering Palm allows the martial artist, this is the prismatic arrangement style that I learned from Millie. It allows to shatter any ongoing enchantment or magical effect, which I assume the shield is. I have
It
to
is.
spend 1 essence and roll dexterity plus brawl. And if I have a success, it shatters. It's a tough roll though, so
Ben, willpower.
Yep.
I'll spend willpower for that since I have plenty of that to get 1 success, and my dexterity plus brawl is not
Okay. Here is my question for you, because he has a very complex shield.
okay.
Do you want to deny him access to magical shielding? Or do you want to deny him access to kinetic shielding?
Let's do kinetic.
Good choice.
Yes. And with the willpower expenditure, I have 2 successes. So
Okay.
yes.
Thank God.
You roll up and smash part of the shield. Visually, it looks like something might have shattered in it, but you are still stopped by something in the shield. Like you hit the shield and something does stop you. It is it almost feels like touching one of those like static electricity globes where it's like it kind of tingles your the flesh of your palm or your fist as you hit it. You do know that something happened, but you don't know exactly what. Obviously, at a character, you know that kinetic shielding has been disrupted on what he's done. But as you do that, there is a voice that comes behind you. Rowan. That is accompanied by the clops of hoofs.
Oh no, he's back.
As the mangled body of Kalis from your dimension is moved by the spirit of Nega Rowan behind
No.
you.
Oh no, all my alchemies go away.
As you can see, the lunar transformation shifting violently as bald Kalis's body is turned into what once was Rowan's war form.
No, it's all going south. Why? This is what happens when you mess with time.
Oh, finally. This is going to be great.
And I think that's a good spot to finish it if we're not going to get into this combat.
That's a perfect dialogue setup too. Layla being like, "We just killed this guy," and Innocence being like, "Sometimes the universe rewards you for good work. We get to do it all over again. We get to do it again."
Yeah, it's good to do it again, except this guy has Exalt stats.
Good. I'm glad.
Yeah,
Oh,
like I said, I'm going to give you guys a fucking challenge.
Oh shit. Okay. Well, there was a debate in my Discord this morning about who wins in a fight between an Infernal and a Lunar, so we're going to find out.
Oh,
no.
boy. Yeah, well, that sounds like a next week thing.
Yeah,
Oh, no.
Rachel will go, well, I can't tell them apart because I'm blasting all of them and butterflies.
What do you mean you can't tell them apart? There's one of them's bald and one of them isn't.
Peter,
It's the only
Peter,
way.
when I'm in Shinte form, I have 16 soak. Fire away.
Oh,
Just not be
good to
there.
know. Good to know.
That might or might not just save your fucking life.
Right?
Yeah, no. After I'll ask once we should probably do the outro.
Yeah, let's wrap. Let's wrap
Yeah,
as the
let's
boss
wrap.
battle starts. So,
Boss
I-
music
Before we
begins.
do, Brendan, you like edit this for your version of the podcast, right?
Yeah, I'm going to.
There's going to be a hilarious length discrepancy between the sponsored by nobody.
Oh no, there
other
isn't,
versions.
because I put the outtakes at the end.
Oh god. Okay.
Oh, no.
Oh, that will take a while. So the
Yeah,
episode
so this
was
one,
10 minutes.
so
with 50
his
minutes
is going to
outtakes.
and now we go to outtakes. There's still 75% of the fucking episode left. What the fuck?
oh god, they are not good at streamlining. Oh gee.
Oh geez, oh no, oh man.
Oh,
boy.
contact.
Cheese and crackers, they're not good at wisely spending their time.
Real gamers. Real gamers.
Real
Yeah,
gamers.
exactly. This is how games actually go, listeners. If you're trying to run tabletop games for the first time, just do it like this. It doesn't matter. Don't fucking curate shit.
Doesn't matter. I honestly still listen to my stuff that I basically just only edited out for
Right.
quiet, and I actually do. I don't want to say that I prefer it, but it definitely has its charm.
It's plain pretend. It doesn't have to be a polished fucking production or a product to be consumed that stands the test of time.
Listen,
it's just
listen,
plain
really-
pretend.
we
It's
spent
really
at least 5 minutes more than that.
Yeah. So I was Devin.
Brendan.
Peter.
Holden.
Sam.
And this is sponsored by Nobody. Signing off.
This game is a collaboration between A Pair of Dice Lost and Sponsored by Nobody podcasts. You can find us at apairofdicelost.podbean.com and sponsoredbynobody.podbean.com. You can find Exalted vs. World of Darkness over at holdenshearer.wordpress.com.